Hello, everybody. This is Alex.
This is Mashka. This was Odyssey episode 35.
hmm Oh, I thought you were gonna say something. Okay. and
Yeah, I'm gonna stop hanging.
okay, so episode 35, and in this one, of course, we're on our next movie, Captain America and the Winter Soldier. So, yes, exactly. So, my prediction was that Basha thought this movie was gonna be okay, mainly because I didn't want to oversell the movie, right? So, as usual, initial impressions. No spoilers. Go Bashka.
I really liked it. Probably the lack of extreme magic or those super technology
Yeah.
makes it more like grounded.
Yeah.
It keeps the focus very well. I don't know, like everything felt good. Yeah, everything felt solid. I was like watching the whole time. That's why I was
Yeah.
watching, and you're like, "What is the silence? Is it like a good silence or a bad silence?" I was like, "Watching this shit. Shut up."
Yeah, I was really surprised because normally it would be like quippy, joking around, fucking around, but then like Bashka was just complete silence. I was like, does this mean you're not interested or you are interested? So this is the first time I've seen or heard of Bashka just like complete silence.
Mm-hmm.
It was a good silence, apparently. It turned out to be a good silence.
It's a good movie.
Yeah, I mean, I told you, right? It had everything. It had great action, pretty good story. All the characters actually did something, unlike
None are wasted. Yeah, I agree. It's good.
Yeah, everyone had a good part in it. Yeah.
So is it like just different writer, or what the hell happened here?
Yes, is a completely different writer, completely different director.
That's why.
Yeah.
It's very clean. That much I can say.
All right, so as usual, on to our next segment, which is characters. Right. So let's start off with the minor characters, Fury and Maria. What do you think of their role in this movie?
Which one is Maria?
The agent lady that you thought was really cute.
Agent. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think Nick. I kind of like Nick. In a sense, like I kind of know that he fake his death and whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
Because the thing is, like, he makes everything very ambiguous, right?
Yes.
Like, you don't know who to trust. Like, even a couple of times, it's like, well, even Nick himself. I'm like, yeah, it's good. Like, the spy aspect in this movie was actually really intriguing.
Yeah.
Because it gives the sense of like we don't know who to trust and whatever, right? Even the Black Widow, who we kind of like know for sure it's an ally kind of thing. We still, I mean, I still couldn't trust her till like the very last second. But but yeah, I don't know. Like Nick's way of like what do you call it, secrecy and kind of like controlling from the background kind of thing is amazing. I like it. It's portrayed really well.
Yeah.
It shows that he's a spy. He's like a specialized spy kind of thing.
Yeah. I'm actually surprised they gave him quite a bit of screen time for action. Like they gave him like a few action scenes, which is like
Cause I think in this movie there's a good equal amount of action and spy. Like
spy.
what do you call it? Yeah, the spy part.
Yeah.
Both with the Black Widow, with all the like the incognito mode and public area. There's one that's like in an organization where everybody is suspicious, don't trust anyone kind of thing. Like that there's a good amount of that in the movie, but at the same time, so I almost said that it's unfair to say that this is like Captain America's movie, because I think this is like probably the one part where Black Widow actually appeals to me as a spy.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, also Nick Fury too. Like those two of them, like I think they have a huge role in this one. That's also like,
Oh yeah.
I almost felt it's like really unfair to call it Captain America.
It's a Captain America movie, but everyone had an
Yeah.
equal part in it, which is really nice to see.
Yeah, it's really good. Yeah, and Maria, right?
Yes.
I think she's like my most favorite, like, female character in the whole. Yeah, because it's like like she's good, like she's strong, and she doesn't do all the flashy la da dee la da do, right? She just go, oh, enemies coming, I see, okay, what, boom boom, all right, next, back to mission kind of thing. Like you could see the what do you call it, like this really cold, cool, focused demeanor. I think that's like an amazing thing that a lot of people lack in this movie.
Yeah, I mean, she came in, did her job, and was just like, all right, what's next? Like,
Yeah. And that's really refreshing when a lot of people, try to do a lot of stuff to be like flashy and shit,
Well, I mean, I'm glad that these characters got their time to shine.
Yeah, yeah. I agree, wholeheartedly agree.
All right, and then on to our next character, which is a new character that got introduced in this movie, is Falcon. I thought how they did his wings and stuff,
Hmm.
it made sense, and it wasn't too outlandish. Even though it was kind of cartoony, it still makes sense in that universe to me.
For me, in the beginning, I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna like this character, right?
Hmm.
And then, yeah, like midway through, I kind of forgot which point, but he kind of go like, oh, okay, this guy's cool. Like he's a cool guy.
Yeah, he is.
I can tell from like a look that he's an ally. He's a good character. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's I don't know. I'm more impressed. Like, this is about the movie in general, but I'm really impressed that it's really easy to tell who's the good guy and the bad guy in this movie. It's portrayed so well that even at a glance you'll be like, these guys are bad guys. Like, oh, this guy's like, oh, this is a good guy. And on the spy scene, everybody looks like a bad guy. You know? I don't know how they do it, but that's really amazing.
Is that something that you prefer? Like
That's a skill. Oh yeah, that's amazing because the pace is happening somehow. Like, I don't know how. Like, I've watched it. And I don't know how they do it, but they could make the clear line so well. Like, yeah, these guys are bad guy. This is a good guy. This is a great people. Now you figure it out. I'm like, ooh. And they don't explicitly say it too. It's just amazing. That's why I was like, I don't know what the hell. But yeah, holy shit.
So actually, Bashka had a question about this character, and I told him that the Falcon in the comic books is called the Falcon because he had a pet falcon, and he had like a psychic link with this bird.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you'll see.
Is it an actually thing, or you're just like fucking around with me?
No, it's an actual thing. Like, that's the comic book version, right?
Oh shit.
So in this version, like, because it's more realistic, you'll see in the second Avengers movie how they. No, sorry. You'll see later how they rectify that problem.
So in the comic book, does he actually have the wings too, or what?
Yeah, he has the wings. His
Okay.
costume is more outlandish.
Because for me, I actually like his wings, in a sense that how do I say this? It shows a high tech,
Yeah.
but not so high tech that it overpowers Iron Man.
Yes. Yeah.
And I think that's a really good fine line. And the fact that it shows like there's one part where his wing got ripped off, right?
Yeah.
And he's just completely down, and I'm like, yep, that's right. How to kill a bird. How to kill a bird. Rip off its wing and let it die.
Well, I also liked how they portrayed him as being really efficient with those wings too. It's not like just like him, like, kind of getting lucky and getting fucked around.
Yeah, not just like you have the wing out and just like you flying around. A couple of times he retracted, pull a high G maneuver, pull it back down. I'm like, damn, like he got some really sick move with those flying wings.
Listen, now onto our next little bit, which it's Widow. We'll go on to Widow. So.
Yeah.
Here, I know you're kind of just iffy about her the entire time, but I feel like in this one, more character development and better action as well. There's no more like those, lucha moves anymore.
I mean, I have no problem with the lucha move.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm okay with it. Like, it's cool. I agree. It's flashy.
Yeah.
I agree. It's awesome. But the thing is, like, it's kind of like not portray her character, right? She's a spy.
Yes.
I know it's a spy in the middle of an action movie. It's kind of hard to pull because a couple of times she appears. She's just an action character. She just comes around and punch people in the face, right?
Yeah,
that's what it comes down to. She doesn't really do any like too much spy stuff. In this one, though, she's in her element.
Yes,
like
exactly.
all this, like her incognito skill, her like her. It shows like the environment too, like like the PDA part.
Yes.
Yeah, like those stuff. Like it's a. I guess in a spy movie, if you like watch James Bond and stuff like that, like it's kind of like a basic common sense for like a spy behavior kind of thing, like you don't stand out, you blend in, you do stuff that makes people don't want to look at you kind of thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's why she pull it off and whatever. It may be like basic spy thing, but it's a spy thing in an action movie, you know what I mean? And it's just she pulled it out really well. That's why I think this is the first time where I actually like Black Widow.
Yeah. Actually, you brought up the PDA part, which I really enjoyed too. Which like Captain America was just like, all right, I'm ready to fight, and you take on these guys, I'll take on these guys, and she's just like, shut up, put your arm around me, laugh, kiss me.
Yeah, just blend in. Like, don't. That was good. That's why I was like, yeah. I was like, damn, like, because I was expecting to be like, a chase scene or like a fight scene inside the mall, and I'm like, there's gonna be like, this probably gonna be my nitpick, and then they don't. I'm like, whoa, a little better than I thought. Yeah.
Wow.
I'm just gonna be honest with you.
Okay. It managed to win you over.
Yeah.
All right. So now our next little bit, which is of course Hydra and Bucky.
Because I personally don't feel Bucky to be anything too special. I think the one part that I really like about Bucky in this movie was that when he got thrown off a car and he skid off the road while like using his hand to like skid like
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I was like, damn, that was cool. But after that, he's pretty much just a dude who punch other in the face and shoot people down, right?
Yeah. I mean, didn't you like his character arc in this movie where he was like a assassin, brainwash, brought,
The concept's really cool.
Yeah.
Like he's a special unit that, got defrosted every time there's a mission.
Yes.
Get brain, like, like an efficient weapon, right? I think that's a really cool concept. But the thing is, like, he himself as a character doesn't show anything. He's just a dude with a metal arm. I mean, let's just say it's not a metal arm, it's just really strong right arm. That would work too, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's nothing special about the right arm. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, it doesn't have to be... Yeah, there's nothing that he does, because most of the kill he did was with the gun and explosive, right?
He didn't really do much with the right arm. Yeah, that I agree. I guess that could be a nitpick. Just, like, normally he would, like, block bullets with the right arm or something.
Yeah, or like, I don't know, do like a rocket punch or something, like, or something, like do a grappling hook or whatever. Like, has to be something on his left hand, right? It can't be just a metal steel, block of steel, you know what I mean? Or is it? I don't know, actually.
That, I don't know. Won't you have found it ridiculous if he was able to make it into, like, a grappling hook or...
Like, grappling hook kind of, like, okay for me. Like, I don't think it's too much of a technology.
Yeah.
A rocket punch is too much, I'm gonna tell you that.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't know, something that makes it like his punch is actually, like, more flashier. Just like a metal, just like slamming metal to someone's stomach, you know what I mean?
Okay. Well, yeah, now that I think about it, the grappling hook thing can work, like just the hand detached or whatever.
Yeah, that's right.
But then, like, what do you want him to do? Like, go gadget arm into a gun or something?
Not really, because a lot of their fight was like in like the spaceship, right?
Yes.
He could like move around with that, or like I don't know, like hook behind like an enemy head, and then just like as he pulls back in, he punch it in, like like get over here, kind of thing.
Yeah.
You could do that too. Yeah, it's just anything.
Well, okay. To be fair, every time he used that right arm, Captain America was ready to block it with the shield, and you hear that dong sound.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's cool. Don't get me wrong. I thought that was cool, but I kind of wish a bit more.
Yeah. I mean, fair.
Because, I mean, he got, like, Captain America got punched several times from that metal mass, and he's just, I wouldn't say brush it off, but he's still standing back up.
Yeah. I mean, he's a super soldier.
So I was like, I know, but that's a bloody metal swinging at you with, like, goddamn force, you know what I mean?
Well, you know Captain America. He can do it all day. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't... Because this is, like, the first time seeing Bucky in a while.
Yeah.
But I will say this, though. His costume in this movie is very comic book accurate. It's almost like a one-to-one translation.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
It fits his style, right?
I think I've seen one in, was it MVC 2 or 3? Where he's there. That kind of looked very similar, wasn't it?
I don't know if he was in the Marvel's Capcom games.
That's where the bionic arm, boom.
Oh, no, that's a different character.
Was it?
Yeah, that's not Winter Soldier. That's
Oh shit.
That's a different character.
Yeah. That's so. I always thought it was Winter Soldier the whole time.
That's why you kept saying bionic arm, because you actually meant to. You meant it.
Yeah, I thought it was.
I thought you were just making it like a joke.
No, not at all.
Okay.
Ah, I see. So it was a different one. That's why when I was like yeah.
All right. So now we go on to our final bit, Captain America.
Captain America.
So now we see a change in character a little bit, because I was watching some videos of other people talking about this movie, and this is the change point for him, where he starts being less selfless and being a bit more Sorry,
Selfish.
not selfish. Sorry, what's the word? No, he stops listening to the government wholeheartedly, and is now starting to question it a little bit, right? He was a little distrustful and fearing in the beginning. He's starting to distrust what Shield was doing. So his character's changed a bit, and then now he's like realizes that Hydra has infiltrated Shield, and it was just like, you know, he'd been doing this for so long, and then his friend Bucky's come back. Big changes for these characters, for his character. Sorry. So what do you think?
Because for me personally, I think Captain America, I don't know about growth. Like, he made a decision. Like, he started questioning.
Yes.
But that kind of questioning was already kind of hinted back when the Avenger movie.
Yes, in
when,
the Avenger
Loki,
movies, yes.
when he had like a banter with Stark, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then now in here, he kind of like, he questioned more and he acted upon it. You know what I mean? Which is cool. Which is really cool. But the only thing that makes me go like, wow, in this thing is that less of him, I don't think the character development was too prevalent in my eyes.
Yes.
I think the cool part that he did was the action part. That was it. All his action was choreographed very, very well. That much I can say. All the stuff he do, all the action and whatnot, I thought that was really cool.
No, don't get me wrong. Like, I feel like the Avengers planted the seeds, but this movie isn't like, oh, it's starting to like grow a tree. You know, it's just starting to sprout. I think later on in these other movies, we'll see like him continuing that journey.
Yeah, maybe. Because for me, character development wise, he's simply, what do you call it? Like, he, as you said, he started growing.
Yes, he's growing a little bit.
Like, he's starting to think less of the country, so to speak, more of the people, right?
Yes, exactly.
That I agree. But I don't know. For me, in my head, Captain America has always been about that, about the people. It's just that he's doing it through the country because he believed that following the country was always the thing, right? And then now he got the question, and now because for me, so instead of what do you call it? Instead of through following orders, he decided on his own act to protect the people. So that's what it comes down to.
And yeah, as you mentioned earlier, when I was trying to tell Bashka about this movie, like, being a top 3 or top 5, whatever, mostly because of the action sequence, right? Every time Captain America fought, it was like really well done. It was like the best of the MCU.
It's pretty insane in a sense that we've watched a lot of Marvel Universe right now, right? And I can say that this is probably the only one that I like enjoy the action scene.
Interesting.
The one that makes me go like, wow, that was cool. Oh damn. Ooh, like that. Like, because I don't know, so far the battles and stuff has been pretty crap, man.
I have to agree. Oh, you know what I realized is that in Avengers 1, when he was fighting Loki hand to hand, and it was kind of a little messy and choppy, his fighting style has improved a lot since then. Like, he's actually able to be a martial artist. I know,
Can I say something? Can I say something? Is that because of what do you call it? You think it's a character growth thing, or is it because the choreographer just got better?
That's what I was gonna say. They probably got better. They probably got a better stunt double, better director, better person or people to understand like this is how action sequence should go.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I guess you could tie it to the lore that sometimes has stand and he's been polishing himself and got better fighting.
Yeah. I mean, it all ties in.
Realistically speaking,
it all ties in, right? It wouldn't make sense that it was the opposite way, right? Where if this was,
Oh yeah, he got shit.
See, so that's why lore-wise it makes sense because it's only improvement from the previous movies, right? So here's the interesting concept that was introduced in this movie. It's not a new concept, obviously. It's been done before, but do you agree with what Hydra Shield was trying to do? Stop the crime before it happens. Prevent, was stopping these bad people, so to speak. People on their list before they even commit something.
See, but the problem is who writes the list? That's always the main concern whenever this kind of thing pops up. Who writes the list? If it's just, some random chump, then and that's no bueno, right? Who decide what's a crime and who does the thing?
As they said in this movie, it was based off of people's scores, people's past, and it just predicts the future, right?
Because for me, I'm actually pretty, I like that idea.
Oh my gosh.
A lot. Hail Hydra. But what I'm saying is that like there has to be like a set criteria,
Mm.
right? Sometimes a future's past, someone's past does not dictate their future, right?
Yeah.
Because people
Yes.
change, anything can
Yes.
change their life. So that's the thing. So this criteria has to be set by something, a finer something. Can't be just, it can't be a person, that's for sure. It can't be just an AI unless the AI learns and whatever.
So,
But there's a worry about like the AI going rogue.
so
right?
you're saying there has to be room for adjustments, or like,
Yeah, because the thing is, like, for example, like what defines a crime, right?
mhm.
Is it the law of a country? Is it just someone's moral, or is it, you don't know that, right? Like, and then each people define bad things differently,
Yes.
right? I agree to it, but the thing is, like, unless there's a fair judge, it's not gonna work.
So you agree to it to some extent. See, for me, I don't know. Like as Captain Rogers said, or Captain America said before, it's like
Mhm.
this is not freedom. This is just fear.
Yeah, and what's the best way to keep people in line? Freedom? No, you're crazy. It's fear.
Not fear. Just there's got to be a better way.
No, Alex, to keep people in line. No better way. Freedom is chaos. Admit it. A freedom without order is chaos.
The-
And how do you instill order?
Not fear. It's
Fear.
law. Law and order.
Okay. Then let's go with this. Why do you don't break the law?
Because it's against.
Because
Yes,
you go to
exactly.
jail. It sucks if you
Exactly.
get found out. And that's fear. You don't want to get hit by the repercussion. Exactly. There's a fear in it, right? If I break the law, I fear that I might get fucked over. So I don't want to break it. So in the end, it's a fear, Alex. Do you understand?
So you're saying if there was no rules against killing, you'd just be murdering everybody. You see.
Dude, of course. The number one here, a famous comedian says this one. The number one crime, like, murder stopping thing is the law against murder. Because it sucks to be found out you murdered someone. It really sucked. If there's no law against that, everybody would.
All right. I guess. I mean,
I'm serious. I agree with that wholeheartedly. I have to, that's the fear, right? I don't want to get caught. I don't want to get, sentenced for life.
so you just want to kill people and be like, all right, I'm gonna go home and watch a movie.
Yeah, drink coffee. Yeah, but that's the thing. Trust me, if the law against murder doesn't exist, a lot of people would do that. Just walk by, I'm like, oh, what the hell? Why did you hit me, man? Like, why did you bump to me? Shoot their legs, shoot their head. Walk away. There might be a new law about, like, taking care of, like, dead bodies and stuff now all over the place. I don't know. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. But was it too dark? Was it too real?
See, this, as I said before to Boschka, Nick Fury said something in
Yeah.
this movie that is Boschka. And he said that his grandpa likes people but doesn't trust them. And that's exactly what
There you
Boschka
go.
is.
It is true. It is true. Exactly. I love people. I love every single one of people, but I don't trust them. So,
That's Boschka in a nutshell. Alright, so on to our next segment, which is the nitpicks. And boy, oh boy, I gotta tell you, I got nothing. I got nothing to say about this movie.
for me, other than the metal arm, I don't know. I kind of want something from the metal arm. I don't know, something that makes it
Worthy?
more rah. I don't know, something that makes it, like, I don't know. Probably give it like some sort of, like, those energy like light. What the and when I punch, make a noise or something. One that makes it go like oomph.
Okay.
Like those extra touch just to make it more fancy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, that's fair.
Yeah, that is it. But other than that, everything is great. The characters are good. Everybody does something. There's even a cameo from, like, was it not cameo? I guess it's from Iron Man 2.
Oh
was
yeah,
it?
the bad guy. Yeah.
He got arrested at the end too. It was like he's yeah. Like there's everything. Like, and he's not just a cameo too. He's like, he's there and he got fucked.
Oh, actually, no. There's,
That's
I do have a nitpick. And I would say, like, for the action sequences, it could have been better camera work because it was a bit too
yes.
shaky. It was
Snappy
too
and stuff, eh?
shaky. It was too choppy. But it's not so choppy compared to the previous movies, right?
yeah.
This is a lot better.
Oh yes, the previous one was bad.
Yeah, the previous movies are bad.
It's like sometimes you can't
Yeah.
tell what's happening. It's like, what the hell? This one, it's cleaner.
Yeah.
It's
Well, everything's in bright or in daylight most of those sequences. Yeah.
daylight. That's right. It's
Yeah.
easy to see things.
So I'm sure they'll improve in the next few movies, right? But it's just like it could be better. But at this point, it's just saying, like, we want icing on a cake. You know what I mean? It's like,
Well, yeah, yeah. But what I'm saying is like you said it could be better. Is it gonna be better? Are you spoiling this stuff or what?
I don't know. I just assume that it's going to be better. I can't remember if it is or isn't. Yeah. But I
Okay.
just assume it is.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I guess we can talk about the concept of the movie. Like, this espionage, spy thriller, action. Do you think it was a good combination for Captain America?
Yeah, it's amazing, cause yeah, like because a lot of times like it's one or the other, right? It's hard to pull both like well. Some spy movies just like really good like espionage, but the action's kind of like eh. Some part is like wait you're a spy like you're just beating everybody down to the floor, It's more like action, just like stealthy
Yes.
action. But in this one, it shows, it shows both sides very well. So I was like, ooh.
I think a good example of this is like the Batman movies with, right? He's supposed to be like the world's greatest detective. He's supposed to like solve crimes and mysteries and stuff like that, right? Yeah, exactly. He
beat
just beats everybody.
Some
There's no
mission.
like espionage or spy parts. There's no like
Justice.
there's not
Punching people in the
there's
face.
no analysis of anything. Right?
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I haven't like been watching too much of a Batman movie, because it comes out to just Batman beating everybody down. That's my image. Him flaunting his money and then just beating everybody down. That's what.
Which is why I know we're getting quite a bit off topic, but yeah, but
Out of topic?
this is why I liked the Batman from Batman versus Superman, because you see him going through all these things. You see him doing it.
Hey, hold up. I haven't watched that. I haven't watched that. The only part I know is like, why do you say that name? It's just like 21, so I was like, what?
Yeah, but but if that guy feels like Batman, that's why. Okay, and that's all I'll say about that.
I see.
Okay, and for our next segment, which is of course things that you would change. Now, you already mentioned the metal arm, so aside from the metal arm, what else would you change about this movie? Like, would you remove something, add something? What else?
Because even if I'm like, adding stuff, for example, let's just say I want to add
Yeah.
stuff in the metal arm, right? I don't know by changing the metal arm will break the dynamic of the movie, because the movie is great
Yeah.
as is. That's why. So I honestly don't really have much.
Yeah, I don't know. Normally in these movies, there's always like a scene or two that I would remove. But in this one, no. Everything seemed to fit in well. Like, everything makes sense.
Yeah, because everybody, I don't know, everybody had a role and
Yeah.
they fulfill it. Like nobody was just like standing still to say quippy stuff and then disappear for
Yeah,
the rest
yeah.
of the movie. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's.
Final summary of our movie thoughts. Bosch, does this movie hold up to this day?
Hell yes.
Yeah, that's all you can say. Just hell yes. It's just watch it.
Mhm.
Yeah, just watch
It's
it.
a good movie.
Fucking
Yeah, just
watch
watch
it.
it. Go for
Normally, I would say, in terms of like MCU marathon, yeah, you probably could skip it, but I would definitely add it onto a watch list.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend
Yeah.
it. Just watch it.
Even if it would make sense. Actually, no, you kind of have to watch it because it introduces Falcon and some other concepts like Shield disbanding.
yeah, Falcon and also
Yes.
Winter Soldier, right?
Yes. So actually, in terms of the MCU story arc, it does contribute. Yeah,
It's pretty
it does
important.
move the plot forward.
Yeah. Because it introduced
Yes.
characters, that's why. Characters that I think will be useful
Yeah.
later.
All right. So, final score, Bosch. Overall, what would you give it?
I'll give it a 9. I was thinking of like 8.5. but like, 9 is
Nine.
good. I'll give it a
Really?
9.
I would
I
give
like
it.
I was thinking like maybe 8.5. Maybe 8.5.
I would give it. I think I'll go in
Sure.
between that. 8.75.
Why? That's weird. Okay. You're splitting hairs.
No,
there.
just because it's better than 8.5, but it's not as good as a 9. Right?
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
I kind of agree with that. Like, the movie
Yes.
done everything well. Like, really well.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
shit.
thing is, I would give it a 9 if the camera work was better. But
I don't know. For me, I want something more. What do you call it? Something more striking. Because everything movie is like, well, it's really good. Like, good. But there's not one part that I'm like, yo, that is awesome. Because how
Yes.
grounded the movie is. There's not too much,
Yeah.
fancy stuff going around. Yeah.
But what would you?
Yeah.
How would you do it? Like, would you be like?
I don't know.
Okay,
I really don't know. I don't know how
Let
you.
me give you an example then. So maybe in the final fight, Captain America uses the shield to strike Bucky's arm off, and then his middle arm falls off. Is that something that'll be like, whoa, that's cool, or just like nothing?
No, not particularly. I'm thinking more of I don't know, because the thing is, again, right, I told you, like, this movie is very grounded. It's very trying to keep it basic,
Yes.
like human to human battle, which is good, which is probably why it's so concise and so clear. But at the same time, it's just good, like flatly good. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how you could make something like a really cool scene of, I don't know, how do you make it, because it's like asking a normal human to do something, you know, extraordinary. It's kind of hard. You just don't pull it off your head. Yeah, but I just don't find a scene that makes you go like, whoa.
I mean, fair enough. I don't think it was supposed to be that way. I guess there are some action sequences.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't need to. But if it had it,
Yes.
it would have been a 9 for me.
What else? Oh, I forgot to mention earlier, and I just thought of it now. Like, the Falcon and Captain America's characters mesh really well, and I can see that Sam is very similar to Captain America, if that makes sense. Very similar to Captain America. I mean, Bosch, you already know, like, who's gonna be the next Captain America. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, what I was saying is that the thing is, I think they're more friendly to each other than Stark and Rhodes. I don't know why.
Well,
feels like they mesh well together better.
Well, the thing is, those two characters, Falcon and Captain America, are from the same world. They're both army vets. I think that's a big one.
Yeah.
And not only that, but they're like,
They
not only that, but they don't
well,
quip each other either. They respect each other.
I mean, the creepy is fine, yeah, but the respect and the trust, I guess, so to speak. Like, these two has like the trust in one another, and I think that just translates very well to the the mood and the atmosphere of the movie.
You know,
too.
it's not like when Falcon picks up Captain America. He's like, "Oh, you couldn't have done that earlier," or when Falcon busts out his wings, he's like, "Oh, you couldn't have started off with that." Like there's no need for those like cheap jokes.
I mean, yeah, because they're war vets, right? They're like I guess because that's again, it's just I don't know, it just fits well. I don't hate the quibs. Don't get me wrong. I like it quibs between friends. It's just that I don't know. Sometimes when you do it in a wrong place, it kind of messes up the flow of the movie, right? They just say there's like a huge action, and then somebody says like something stupid, like really. It just makes you go like, we're in the middle of something here.
Oh, how about this? How about if Falcon was flying beside the building, Captain America is like running, trying to escape the building, and then Falcon's like on your left, and then Captain America jumps out the window on the left side. Would that be too much?
That I would laugh. That I would laugh. Because that was the running joke, right? I mean, sorry, no pun intended. But
yeah. All right. So overall, I'd give it a 9.75. I don't know about you. 9.5. Yeah.
9.75. I'm giving 8.5.
It went down a half. Eh?
No. I thought you said.
Sorry, 8.75. Yeah, I meant.
Wait. I was like, well, that was high. What happened to you? From that 30-second talk.
I was like, oopsies, I forgot we're doing a 10 scale, not a 100 scale. 9.75 out of 100. That's my final score.
Yeah, we're not doing the 12 scale here. It's only 10.
Sorry, my bad. I misspoke. Okay. Yeah, anyways. Yeah, 8.75, 8.5. Overall, we would highly recommend watching this movie.
For me. Yeah. I would totally recommend it. Yeah.
And what? Any final words before we sign off, Bosch? That's it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's all you need to hear.
Yep. As always, don't forget to follow our shit on internet. I don't know what else to. Yeah.
Here and there. Yeah.
Anyways, as always, Bosch, do the outro.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening. This is Boschka.
This is Alex.
This is Odyssey, and we'll see you again next time. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.